Hello, welcome to the well. Maria from Bloom and Angela from Grounded Dreamers. So we're so excited here, July 1st. I can't believe we're 6 months into the year already. And you can look forward to our July monthly challenge as well soon. So let's go ahead and pause and just get present to what's going well in your life, in your week. And what are you grateful for? And let's go ahead and move into the reading.
Okay, let's hope some of us are grateful for the chaos because it guides us to a new way. So we got chaos. We're opening up with this, and this is the energy that's either within you, right? In your mind, if there's too many thoughts roaming around, maybe you're in your feelings, there's so much going on and you can't keep up with your emotions on it. Chaos in a relationship, chaos in your outer world, with work, with family. This is our starting energy. But we have to remember as well, it's always there to teach us something, right? If we don't grit to it and get too involved and to lose ourselves too much in it, it's there to teach us something. And in this case, I feel it's there
What
to
is it?
teach us.
I just noticed it says something spirit. What does it say on there?
Storm spirit.
Oh, storm spirit. Okay, I
Mhm.
didn't notice that before. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay,
with all that
chaos, storm
lightning.
spirit.
Oh, and look, if you
Mm-hmm.
can you see this little cloud god or this little guy? It's
Mm-hmm.
like he's in there creating.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be Thor. He's holding the lightning bolt. Who knows?
Thor.
But the storm spirit is our energy that we're starting with, and we're going to respond to that by slowing down. And a lot of times, just the energy of this chaos, whatever it is, even if it's like all these crazy, not crazy, but competing thoughts that are in your mind and making you unable to really focus, the slowing down really helps. So this is a chance to, embody
the turtle.
moment, right? Get into presence, keep your feet under you, wherever you are right now. Stop the thoughts, maybe meditate more, maybe go put your feet on the earth. Find a moment that you can remove yourself from that. So that's our first step, right? Slow it down. Then we go deeper into reflection. Now we're going to, maybe not reflect on why this chaos is here, but maybe reflect on how do I feel in relation to this chaos? And do I want to continue engaging? Do I need to? Is this something I can actually control the outcome of? Or do I need to find another route? And that reflective time is just for that, for you to go within and sort out where you came from, where you're headed. And I got the dream. And this indicates to me that sometimes when we have this picture in our head of the ideal, this is what I want, this is where I want to end up, this is my dream, we limit it, we reduce the possibilities because we only want it to work out in this way. And sometimes that creates the chaos on its own, because if we're heading toward that dream and something else comes up to divert our path, our minds or our feelings, we might get into where this isn't supposed to happen and it might upset us. We're creating that chaos in that sense, instead of just being with what is and being able to flow. So we want to find within us the courage to accept how things are, accept where we are, and then keep our eyes out for the possibilities of how we can change direction, how we can take this chaos and maybe put it to rest for a minute and move in another direction, where like the blossom and this flower that came out of the rocks. It's like we don't have to stay stuck in anything, but we train ourselves to think we do, because that dream is there and we got to get there. And so we're going to knock everything over on our way, instead of, okay, the dream is there. Where am I now in relation to it? How do I feel? Do I have the right energy to move toward it in this moment? It's more of an inside job. And then I got shape shifting, because after all that reflection and pulling away, now there's more space for you to move and flow with that, the real energy and the true circumstances that you're in. and you find ways to sort that out by moving with the flow, not busting through, right? So we move from that chaos of the storm to, okay, we're going to move with it. Wherever those clouds are taking us, that's the direction I'm going for now, with keeping one eye on, tending to our feelings, tending to our thoughts, making sure we're still going in that general direction. And then I got the energy is gaining momentum. And this is now your fully aligned self is moving with the flow. And soon you're in it. You're in the zone. And you may be, it may feel like you're pulling farther away from your goal, but it could actually be taking you more swiftly there, but not on a direct path. So it's a matter of letting go and trusting. And then I got meandering pathway, flow. Now you are able to accept that the path isn't a straight line, and accept that whatever chaos you felt can be averted, or you can contain it, or you can step away from it. You have control over whether or not you stay attached to that. And then once you're in the flow and you have the momentum, you're back on track. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. So in the group, we were talking about, a lot of different metaphors, right? For letting go of control and letting go of conditioning, and like really looking within ourselves to see, right? And we were talking about how I was letting the rooster, right? The rooster was roaming around and doing its thing and getting on the chicken and getting on the goats, and the hens were always in their cage. And so I flipped the script and I let the hens out, and the rooster was all like possessive, right? And controlling and all over the hens, and I was like, no, 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 no. So I put the rooster in just to give the hens some space. And the immediate reaction was they all huddled up around the fence, and they actually were limited by their own experience of what was possible, really. And then I kind of guided them and helped them get comfortable, and eventually they explored and expanded. But it's such a metaphor for us, right? In terms of like chaos, and like we may think that we're stepping out of the norm, or we're stepping out of what we're conditioned to believe is what we need to be inside of. And then it may feel like chaos, and it may feel really scary. But if we just allow ourselves to align organically with the flow of nature, we can find ourselves on a beautiful new path. And it was just so fun to see the metaphor play out with the chickens.
Let ourselves take the time. The rooster was chaos, and the chickens,
the rooster was exerting so much control over the chaos.
And they were allowing that. They were allowing it, so it created the chaos. And then sometimes when we remove that energy, we kind of don't know what to do.
Like they were all like huddled at the door.
That's true.
Right? They didn't know. We kind of don't know what to do. We're like, oh, what do I do with all this open space, this freedom, this ability to go here or there or anywhere? It's like it can occur as scary. That freedom can occur as scary. Yeah. So we have to take it slow. And then we were talking about the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves, and we have to take it slow, and Sandra Bullock. So anyway, let's all pause and just get present to within our own system, how we deal with chaos. Do we try to manage it and control it and have power over it? Or do we just kind of take a step back and breathe and slow down and get grounded and present, like the way of the turtle, and get rooted, get grounded. So just take a moment to see what you see for yourself in this reading, and start to let your intention for this week form, and let's move into the second part of the reading.
All right. And the second part starts off with a reminder that we are the creator of all of this. We've created the feeling of chaos by participating in it, or by putting attention on it. We don't create what happens to us from external sources, but we create the quality of our life by the way we respond. And this is a more contained energy. If you see that power chakra, that third chakra is lit up. Like I have the will and I have the choice, what direction I want to move in. Even if I'm in this chaos, if I'm decidedly, making the intention that I will continue in here until it passes, that's, you've created that, right? And sometimes we get through it okay, and it's fine, and we get to our goal faster, in our minds. But then we have to start to determine how much of our own energy do we want to give up in order to reach these goals? How much do we want to ignore what's going on within us in order to get there? Which brings us to our next card. I got balance, spirituality, and practicality. We get to decide all of this. And yeah, it's great to be in a very spiritual experience and really seeking and growing and finding your way in the spiritual world. But the real world on this earth is also a really important factor. So I say, get grounded first and then do your exploring. But that balance is really important. And it also lends to the quality of our experiences that we're creating. And then I got dragonfly, and this is emergence. Now you're getting a sense of, oh, actually I switched them. Sorry. I got care.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This comes next after balance, spirituality, and
Be
practicality.
gentle with yourself.
Yeah. Be gentle with yourself. Make sure that you are the first consideration always. And it's a little bit of a flip for a lot of us, because we're always wanting to think how something's going to be for others, or how our actions or words will land on others, or if I go through and get into this project, how many people will it benefit? Well, we're skipping over the most vital step, and that is making sure it's aligned with our own needs, with our own soul.
Mm-hmm.
We come first, and then we're able to create and give and expand onto others. That act of self-care can come in many forms. It's either in, increased meditation, or, your, enhancing your relationship, spending more time with family, spending more time alone, whatever that is that you need. Make sure you're checking in with yourself first before you make any plans or take any action. Then we come to emergence, because now from your fully aligned self, you're able to come through again. Okay, I had that chaos. I pulled it back. I reassessed. I reflected. I slowed it down. I, made my little internal checklist of what it is I need, what I want to get out of this. And now I'm ready to move again. And in a more substantial way, in a more with more power and self-strength moving forward. Then I got safety, and that's reminding us, because maybe some of this is new to you. Maybe you're not used to tending to yourself first, right? And it may feel a little vulnerable if you pull off and say, no, let me just take a minute and see what's right for me. Maybe that makes you feel vulnerable, that maybe your relationships will change, or people won't respect you, or they won't want to be with you anymore, or work with you anymore. But this is a reminder that you are always held by spirit, by the resources and the community that you create in your own circle. So reminding yourself you can make this change. It feels a little selfish, but it's kind of important for us to be self-serving to a point, because that's got to be that first step as we move forward. It will reduce the chaos, a little, if you're really tuned in to what you need. Then I got adventure. So now that we have this safety net and we've aligned and we're emerging as our true selves, now we can take off and start again and move in the direction that we feel is the right direction, whether that's pick up where you left off and keep going after the chaos dies, or a new direction that's unknown, right? It's up to us. Now that you've started that flow, now I got activation. Now you're ready to really, like it comes right over, the energy is gaining momentum from the last spread. So it's kind of like that same vibe. Okay, I have the alignment. Now let's take off. And then the last card here is Master. So you're realizing that even though you may have made some changes and tuned into your inner being and figure out what you need before you make your next plan or move, this is mastery, because when your energy is fully aligned and in flow, it's contagious, right? It brings a sense of calm or certainty to the movements that you do and the things that you speak, because there's more authenticity. There's no blocks, there's no thoughts interjecting. It's just pure you. And that spreads to others, and it begins to enhance the relationships around you and your own experience. It makes it clearer and smoother. And that's that.
Beautiful. All right. Well, this reading was about really mastering chaos, right? And aligning with organic flow that's always available to us. And all right, beautiful. Thank you so much.